Back in Karachi comes the swearing in of Mr. Jinnah as Governor-General of Pakistan. The green and silver flag is hoisted and Muhammad Ali Jinnah does homage to the birth of Pakistan. Pakistan acclaims the transfer of British power as Mr. Jinnah, Governor-General of the new Dominion, arrives at the Constituent Assembly in Karachi.
It's the 14th of August, which means it is Independence Day in Pakistan, their 77th. It's a day of celebration for them, also a day of introspection. Almost 8 decades since it was born, Pakistan is on the verge of becoming a failed state. It is plagued by many challenges: financial, political, diplomatic, security. The country is one bad day away from a military coup. So tonight, let's look at where things stand. We'll start with security. On Sunday, a Chinese convoy was attacked in Balochistan. The Chinese engineers were unhurt here, but 2 of the militants were shot dead. The attack was claimed by the BLA, that's the Baloch Liberation Army. Now, there is history here. China is investing around $60 billion in Pakistan. Their plan is called CPEC, the China-Pakistan Economic Corridor, CPEC. Many of the projects are based in Balochistan. Just one problem, though: the locals don't like it. Most of the jobs and resources have been hogged by China. So local militants have taken up arms. In 2021, they attacked a bus carrying Chinese workers. More than a dozen people died. China has been asking Pakistan to solve this problem, but no luck. The attacks keep happening. This time too, China is doing the same. More condemnation, more demands for a solution, but the BLA is not Pakistan's only problem. Both the Pakistani Taliban and the Islamic State have been on the offensive in Pakistan. Last month, in fact, the Islamic State bombed an election rally in Khyber Pakhtunkhwa. More than 50 people died, 50. The Pakistani Taliban also launched an attack last month. Again, the same province. At least 2 policemen were killed, but their biggest attack was in the month of January. A suicide bomb blast near a mosque in Peshawar. More than 100 people died. This is a classic policy boomerang. Pakistan used terrorism to hurt India, but today their own cities are under attack. Mosques, rallies, nowhere is safe. To address this, you need an accountable and well-meaning government and politicians, which is the second problem. Pakistan's politicians exist for one reason: to serve the army. Consider the government of Shehbaz Sharif. Before the parliament dissolved, he pushed through multiple bills. All of them had one goal: to strengthen the Pakistani army. I'll tell you about 2 of them. Amendments to the Official Secrets Act and the Pakistan Army Act. What do? Well, if you criticize the army in Pakistan, or if you leak information about the army in Pakistan, you could get up to 5 years in jail. Plus, the intelligence agencies have been given extra powers as if they needed more of it. This was Shehbaz Sharif's parting gift to the army, his way of ensuring his re-election. That is, of course, if the election happens. The parliament has already been dissolved. A new caretaker prime minister has taken charge. This man, Anwarul Haq Kakar. He's a little-known lawmaker from Balochistan. His job is to oversee the election. Technically, this should be done in the next 90 days, but there are concerns. The outgoing government wanted to do a census first, to redraw Pakistan's electoral map. If that happens, it could take more than 4 months. Enough time to fix the results. Also enough time for Nawaz Sharif to return to Pakistan and for Imran Khan to be shut away. Truly, democracy in action. Whoever the army picks has a tough job to do because Pakistan's economy is in the dumps. That's challenge number 3. Their weekly inflation is up 31%. Their projected GDP growth is 0.5% and unemployment is more than 6.5%. Foreign reserves have rebounded though. Pakistan can thank the International Monetary Fund for that, IMF. In June, their forex was down to $4 billion. Now it's around $9 billion. This is the magic of a bailout. Pakistan has taken 23 loans from the IMF. Around 12 of them have been bailouts. It's become a regular cycle. Pakistan's leaders run the country to near bankruptcy. The IMF bails them out and repeat. Why does this keep happening? Because Pakistan's economy's fundamentals are weak. Actually, they're non-existent. Last year, their trade deficit was $48 billion. Virtually everything is imported. Only one major player is still betting on Pakistan, and that is their iron brother China. Beijing owns around 30% of Pakistan's total debt. So China commands and Pakistan obeys. Which brings us to the final issue, diplomatic isolation. Pakistan is the only Muslim country with nuclear weapons. It also has the second largest Muslim population in the world after Indonesia. Anyone else would leverage this, but not Pakistan. Islamabad has become an outlier in the Islamic world. Their traditional partners are avoiding them, like Saudi Arabia and the UAE. Their Cold War allies are fed up with them, like the US and Europe. As for neighbors, Pakistan has antagonized all of them, even the Taliban, whom they created. Today, countries engage with Pakistan for one reason only, and that is terrorism. The world fears that Pakistani nuclear weapons will fall into the wrong hands, and terrorists based in Pakistan will mount an attack. It's the sad and unfortunate reality of Pakistan. As the country celebrates its 77th Independence Day, it is on the brink of becoming a failed state. An immediate course correction is required, but knowing Pakistan, it also looks impossible.